Hi everyone, I am Karine Orea of Group 14, and in this video I am going to discuss about our assigned programming language, which is the Ruby programming language. So for a short overview, Ruby is a pure object-oriented programming language. A pure object-oriented programming language, that means that it has features, or that its core features that treats everything on a program as objects. Second, Ruby is a general purpose interpreted programming language, so this programming language can be used in almost everything. And Ruby has a clean and easy syntax that allows a new developer to learn very quickly and easily. So Ruby is quite easy to learn. Ruby has similar syntax to that of many programming languages such as C++ and Perl. So Ruby isn't that complicated or maka-familiar tas laing language or makahibaw na sa similarities to other languages when it comes to syntax. Ruby is an open source and is freely available on the web, but it is subject to license. So downloadable kaayo ang Ruby sa web. It was designed and developed in the mid-1990s by Yukihiro Matsu in Japan. The name Ruby originated during an online chat session between Matsumoto and Keiju Ishitsuka on February 24, 1994, before any code had been written for the language. Matsumoto later noted a factor in choosing the name Ruby. So Matsumoto chose Ruby because it was the birthstone of one of his colleagues. The first public release of Ruby 0.95 was announced on Japanese domestic news groups on December 21, 1995. And the current version of Ruby is 3.0.1. So the advantages of Ruby is that the code written in Ruby has fewer number of lines of code. This language allows simple and fast creation of web applications, which results in much fewer efforts. So commonly used for web applications. It is an open source programming language which allows programmers to modify the code as needed. So Ruby is a dynamic programming language. It is also very close to spoken languages. So as you can see in the picture below, it is a sample code of the said programming language. Plus hello world, def initialized, so object-oriented siya. The disadvantages of Ruby is that it is fairly new and has its own unique coding language. So kay pag umanlagi nga language, programmers have difficulties in learning it daw. But after much practice, it gets easy. The code written in Ruby is harder to debug, as most of the time it generates the errors at runtime. So kay kanilang Ruby is a scripting language. Scripting language siya, di siya compile language. That means that di na ni siya kinahanglan i-compile. Run na dayon siya. Unlike other languages such as C and C++, mag-compile pata in Java compile. When compared to other languages, Ruby has very less informational resources to learn the language. So unlike other languages such as Java, C, nga talamak kayo online, daghan kayo mga resources nga ma-download, Ruby daw has lesser resources online. It is slower than other languages as it is an interpret scripting language. The scripting language are slower than the compile languages. So as I said earlier, Ruby is a scripting language just like JavaScript and PHP. So kanilang compile languages is, for example, is katong C and C++, Java, and other uses of Ruby is for developing web applications, e-commerce, content management, custom database solutions, prototyping, Oras mo na siyang mga known uses dani nga programming language. Ruby offers flexibility, speed, efficiency for all kinds of projects. So, si Ruby ba dyan kay general purpose programming language? So, this is our references and our group members and researchers. That's all. So, I'm Karine Orea and thank you for listening and watching.